there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, so I just finished watching X-Men 97, Tolerance's Extinction, Part 2, which is Part 2 of 3. So we still have, next week to complete this, not only this little episode trilogy, but I believe that closes out the season as well. But anyway, this episode here was, man, I mean, it was like an all-timer. It was off the charts good. There were so many things happening in it, and I think I'm going to be bouncing around, but I don't know, maybe I'll do kind of like a little maybe recap and talk about some of the coolest moments that I remember. And I just finished it, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago, but so, we have Bastion, that new bad guy that I wasn't too sure about, last episode. I was like, do I even like this guy? How am I feeling about him? He's like a villain that I don't know because I don't read the comics. Apparently he's in the comics, but for me, X-Men was always, I mean, I had some of the comics, but it wasn't like I followed them, To me, X-Men was the cartoon, 90s cartoon, and the trading cards, and the action figures. So basically we have Bastion, right? And he's on he's like in the Galápagos Islands or something. And then we have Magneto, remember, who was like set free and like shut down all power on Earth to sort of put an end to make it so humans don't have any power, but also it shut down Bastion's, what does he call those things? Those like super sentinels or something that he has. So it shut all of them down, and so and he went back to like Genosha, right? What's that called? Asteroid M, to like rebuild and everything, and he's inviting the X-Men to come with. So we have two different locations, right? With like bad guys. We have Magneto. Magneto is right, bad guy, good guy, sort of thing. And then, I don't know, I just can't get behind him, but I get where he's at with his mind. And then we have, Bastion and the Galapagos. But anyway, and Xavier's back too. I guess we should say that. Xavier's back on Earth, and actually his team's all kind of like upset with him, like, you abandoned us. Why did you give the school away to Magneto? And then, he gives his reasons and everything. But Magneto's like, come with me, come on. Humans, no. Mutants, yes. Come with me to Asteroid M. And a couple people go. Rogue goes, Roberto goes. So this is kind of Spoilerville here in this this episode here that I've got for you. And the X-Men, basically, they got that stuck around with Xavier, needed to separate into two different teams, the blue team and the gold team. And I remember reading that on the back of the cards that I would have. It'd talk about like member of gold team, member of blue team. And I was always like, I don't understand what this means. So it was cool to see it in the cartoon. But anyway, we have a team that goes to the Galapagos to take on Bastion and his Sentinels. And then we have another team that goes to Asteroid M to take on basically Magneto. And which team is that? I think that's the blue team. Magneto and, Rogue and Roberto, So they're up there. So the people up on the asteroid are, I think, let's try and remember here. Wolverine, Cyclops. Is Nightcrawler up there? Maybe? I can't remember. I remember Wolverine and Cyclops the most. And then we have, like, Beast and Cable. Oh, I gotta tell you about something. Cable and Marvel Girl. Gosh, I got so many things to tell you that are fighting down there. But anyway, so I guess I got that premise. We got two separate teams. One thing I got to point out, my shirt right here. Look at these outfits, because these outfits right here, these outfits sort of make a return. We see, because they had to like go to Genosha, Xavier's team, because the mansion was destroyed in like the previous episode, so they had to go to Genosha, and they got like all their old outfits there. So Cyclops is wearing this in this episode, right? And Nightcrawler's in this, but he's kind of always in that. Storm's in this, but she's been in this lately. So Wolverine, so this is kind of his what we normally know him as, but like his like brownish red and yellow suit that he has, the one that he wears in the Pride of the X-Men animated pilot. He's wearing that, and it's awesome. Marvel Girl's wearing her, Jean Grey, she's wearing her original outfit from when X-Men comics first started. And it's just so cool. And Cable, he's here also. And Cyclops is like, hey, Cable, because Cable's, just wearing all of his fatigues and all that sort of stuff. And then he throws Cable his like X-Men suit, so he's kind of dressed in like Cyclops wear, so he has his own like X-Men clothes. And it's so funny because when he hands it to him, this is so funny if you get the joke, if you're familiar with X-Men movies, because he throws the outfit to Cable, and Cable is basically like, you expect me to wear this, or you actually go out in these things? And then Cyclops turns around to him, Cyclops is his dad, turns to him like this kind of, and he goes, what would you prefer, black leather? And then it's like, oh. And why is it like that? Because if you remember from X-Men 2000, Wolverine, when he joins the X-Men and he's all suited up, he's like, you guys actually go out in these things? And then Cyclops turns to him and he's like, what would you prefer, yellow spandex? Which obviously is referring to, like the comics and the animated series and all of that. And then it was just cool to see that sort of flipped again, making reference to the movie. And it was so good, and I loved it. And a lot of times that sort of stuff I don't like, just because it's eye-rolly, cringy, takes me out of the situation we're in the show. But I don't know, I really loved it, probably just because I like the X-Men. And I don't know, I just I don't know, I loved it. It was great. So yeah, we got these cool outfits here, and then we got that cool X-Men 2000 reference. Love that. Beast gets some stuff to do, as you know. Beast is my favorite. There he is right there. Got a whole Beast shrine over there. Right now I'm kind of outfitted for the Ghostbusters still. But Beast is my all-time favorite Marvel superhero character, and we got to see him do some stuff. He and Forge were creating this collar to put around Bastion to shut him down, basically, so that he can't communicate with machinery anymore, technology anymore. That would have been really helpful if they could have got that thing around his neck. But that was really cool. But man, here's the thing. So do you remember one of my reviews? I wore this hat right here, the Walt Disney hat, because I was like, you know what? You're going hard on this show. You're going hard. You're giving me some R-rated material here, and I'm digging it, and I'm liking it. Stuff we would never see on Fox Kids, which is where we all watched this show originally. And I gotta say, like, I thought they were pushing the envelope in some of the earlier episodes, but man, did they push it even further here. I'm about to drop a spoiler right now. Magneto and Xavier are like fighting, right? You got mentally, magnetically, they are in this battle. And then what happens? I'm talking about our buddy Wolverine just slices his 3 claws right into the back, sucker slices Magneto 3 blades through the body. We see them exit out the chest, and I'm like, whoa. And I was like, Wolverine, like it hurt me, because I don't want to see them fall to this. Like, they are really going too far. Like the stuff that Rogue was doing before. I mean, maybe unethical, the stuff that Xavier had just done before Wolverine stabbed Magneto, and then Wolverine stabbing Magneto. Like, Wolverine had had enough. He had enough. He was no longer playing this game, he was tired. He was spent. He's like, no, we're not going to go through this anymore. And, he's trying to save Xavier and all of that, father figure. So, there's a lot of it you can understand. This hat is way too small. This hat used to fit me perfectly. And I used to have long flowing hair, and I used to wear this hat comfortably. Now I have short hair, but I mean, gosh, my head must just be massive, growing in size. So it is tight. Look at that ring right there. Oh, yikes. But I gotta represent the X-Men. Just like looks tiny. I need to get a new one, bigger. Okay, so he's slicing him, and there's blood everywhere, all over his claws, on the chest. It's just like, what's going on? And I'm thinking, Disney? Whoa, wow, Disney, what are you doing? And I don't know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that Disney, right? Fox, if you remember in the 90s, like Fox was always pushing the envelope. The Simpsons, you just may think, oh, The Simpsons is The Simpsons today, but when they came out, parents were upset. My grandparents wouldn't let me watch it, right? And this is Fox. That's what they were known for. Married with Children, dysfunctional families. They were always pushing the envelope in riskiness. Like the culture wars. They were going against the grain, and that's kind of what Fox was known for. And they had some rowdy cartoons also. Nickelodeon was kind of known for that too, but I'm talking about like network television, right? Not cable. And you would never see anything like this on Fox Kids. Never, ever. You would never see Wolverine use his claws on a human or mutant. Never slicing, never blood, never anything like that. And then here on the Disney Channel, Disney Plus, I'm watching Wolverine murder Magneto with his blades right through his chest, blood gushing everywhere. And it's just like, this is wild. And Magneto gets like pissed off, and obviously we know that Wolverine has bones that are laced in, plated in adamantium. So Magneto just like shoves him across the room, and then what does he start doing? I'm like, oh no. I'm like looking at the TV, talking to my wife who's sitting over there half paying attention. And I'm like, he's going to pull out the adamantium. And then he started to do it, and Wolverine is writhing in pain. And he's all twisted like a pretzel, like screaming, hurting, as the adamantium is leaving his body. And then what does it do? Cuts, ends. It stops right there. So it was like, what a cliffhanger. What a cliffhanger. What a cliffhanger. Oh my goodness. Like, he has to go through that pain. He has to go through it, of that adamantium just leaving his body, and he's going to heal from it, but gosh, he still feels the pain. And I can't wait to see the conclusion of this little trilogy set of episodes here. It is going to be amazing. This was like a fantastic episode. Like, all of them have been wonderful, amazing, perfect. The only one I would not give a perfect is probably the one before this one, but that is more my own baggage of just not knowing who Bastion is and thinking, I don't know if I want a new bad guy. That's a me thing. That's not the episode thing. That's a me thing. But gosh, this one like went above and beyond. Like, I've already thought so many of these episodes are perfect, and like I said, this one goes above and beyond. It is off the charts good. Uncanny, amazing. Uncanny, so good. Okay, I want to know what your thoughts were. Are you watching this show? You need to be watching it. You need to be watching it if you're not, especially because I just spoiled everything in this episode. It is so good. Also, Storm and Forge, Storm and Jean Grey had some wonderful moments. Just, I don't know. It's good. I hope this gets physical media, and I hope they put the original animated series on physical media also, and I will buy it up. I'll buy it up. Disney, I'll buy it up. If you put it out, I will buy it up. Please make it available to me. Pretty please. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm just loving it. I'm thinking it's great, and who knows? Are they making more? Has anything been announced? If you know, let me know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.